Hey guys, my name is Ryan.
And my name is Miska.
And welcome to Overwatch Central. So this is episode 4 of our advanced guides presented and sponsored by HyperX. In this episode we will be covering Genji, providing you with some advanced gameplay tips that should help you become a better Genji player. This guide is mainly aimed at people with a bit of experience with Genji, but even if you haven't played him much, you will still be able to follow along and learn some stuff anyway. Let's move straight on to our tips.
There's a lot of small things to constantly think about when playing Genji. Overwatch is already a fast game, and Genji's playstyle forces you to constantly keep all of the normal gameplay aspects in mind whilst also moving around quickly. The first thing I recommend you to do is to have a look at the enemy team lineup and find out what CC you need to look out for. Things such as McCree stun, Roadhog hook, and even Ana sleep should be kept in mind. Do also respect heroes such as Symmetra, Zarya and Mei, as you can't reflect their primary fire. When you know what stuff can kill you as Genji, you can position yourself accordingly. Next up is dash or swift strike tips. This is a key ability for Genji to use, and people use it in many different ways. At the start of the game, people saw it more as a finisher, but nowadays it's used more liberally. Dashing to a target, putting 3 shuriken with right click in them and finishing off with a melee attack is the optimal way of taking someone out, and this is essentially what you want to look to do. Dash to and hit or go through an enemy, focus them down, and then dash out. You can cancel the animation of a right click with a melee attack, as you can see here, so this combo can be performed very quickly.
Most of the time as Genji you'll be simply just tossing shurikens rather than dashing and deflecting, of course. But don't ever underestimate the damage of the shuriken and also how annoying they can actually be. At the start of a push you can help damage an enemy Reinhardt's shield or just force enemies to take cover and move back by just constantly throwing shurikens at them. When you've done this to the point that the enemy is a fair bit lower on HP than you are, you could consider maybe dashing in or doing what Miska described earlier. When it comes to shuriken aiming, there are some decent training drills that you could try out. What you mainly need to adjust your aim for is your double jump. No other character in the game can perform a double jump, so this is the main thing that makes aiming with Genji different from other heroes. On screen you're seeing an easy way to get used to this in a simple way. Just keep in mind to always aim for those headshots, and that 3 shuriken headshots is almost 200 damage, so again, don't underestimate how much that is.
Now to the big one, ultimate usage. Tips for this have been heavily requested by you guys, and I think I have some decent tips that will really help you out. Some things to keep in mind when ulting is your ultimate animation, during which you can't perform any abilities, and also the fact that when ulting you gain another dash charge. Both of these facts can be made use of by dashing through an enemy before you ult, putting you behind or next to them. After that you ult, gain another dash charge, and hopefully the enemy will not even see you in your ult animation. And after this, you dash again. So essentially, dash in, ult, get another charge, and dash through the enemy again. These 2 dashes together will deal 100 damage, and 1 slice with the sword deals 120. This puts you at a total damage output of 220, which is easy to pull off and perform, and will kill most heroes in the game. Do also note that you can cancel sword slice animations with your dash. This means that after you put an enemy to around 170 HP with your ult, you can slice once and then dash in a quick succession to deal 170 damage. Same goes for the end of the ultimate as well. With about 1 second left on it, you can cancel the entire sheathing animation by dashing just before it. This is very useful, as you can dash out of a fight after your ultimate is over and not be punished by your animation preventing you from dashing or deflecting. Other than the tips we mentioned in this video, Genji is just a hero that requires a lot of practice. You'll get used to dashing between targets and making use of your own movement abilities over time, which is why we haven't talked about it in this video.
And that concludes the 4th episode of our advanced guides presented by HyperX. Thank you very much for watching, and let us know if these tips were helpful in the comments below. Do also like this video, it helps us out more than you'd think, and we really appreciate it. And also check out HyperX for some awesome gaming gear and subscribe for more Overwatch content if you haven't already. Until next time, take care, we'll see you then.